Over 80% of people with disabilities use an assistive device, and 27% need at least one more, often citing cost as a barrier. Makers Making Change is helping bridge that gap. Our community of volunteers design and build assistive technologies you can download and request on our website. If you're looking for a solution, you can browse through our wide variety of devices, like simple bottle openers, assistive switches, and even more high-tech options like adapted toys and the lip sync. Once you've submitted a request, a volunteer maker will respond and collaborate with you to build the device. The best part of this volunteer platform is that you only pay for the cost of materials, no markups, and no inventory fees. Want to volunteer? We're open to makers of any skill level. Learn more and join the movement today at makersmakingchange.com.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to MMC Live. If you don't know what MMC Live is, that's because this is a brand new thing we're doing here at Makers Making Change. We will be live streaming every month from our social media channels. I'm Courtney, the East Region Coordinator for Makers Making Change, and I am joined by Chanel, who handles the West Coast for us. We also have Tyler and Josie helping us behind the scenes to make sure we don't mess anything up. If you want to comment or say hello or tell us where you're watching from, please do so, and especially if you have any questions along the way. We started MMC Live because we wanted to find a way to share with everyone resources they might find useful, different devices and projects we were working on, and people within our community that are doing some really cool and interesting work. Every month, we will cycle through topics. Chanel and I will handle the outreach program and what is happening in our community. We'll hear from our accessible gaming program, and they will give us updates from the adaptive gaming world. And we'll hear about upcoming devices and designs from our research and development team. In a few minutes, we will be talking about Hacking for the Holidays campaign and how you can get involved and show you some of the toys that we have been working on, including how you can get some instructions so you yourself can be adapting toys. Recently, we made some changes to our community chapters program and how we are collaborating. We're no longer having monthly meetings with our chapter members, but we have started a Discord channel to share resources, connect members, and post updates for everyone. We are, of course, happily still accepting applications for our community chapters. So anyone interested can fill out an application or reach out to us to learn more, and Chanel and I would be happy to connect with you. Today is an exciting day because it is our first episode of MMC Live, but there's another reason for us to be excited today, and that's because this is the official kickoff of our Hacking for the Holidays campaign. Hey, Chanel, can you tell us more about Hacking for the Holidays?
From September to December 2024, we're engaging volunteers for build events in all 10 provinces to help us adapt and donate 2,000 toys and switches to families and clinicians across Canada. Every child deserves to play, but for many kids with disabilities, toys can be hard to use independently, and commercially adapted versions can be costly. However, with a little bit of tinkering, we can switch adapt toys and make them accessible for a fraction of the cost. This is the third annual time we are running this campaign, and we are so excited to get started. There are a few different ways people can get involved. To help make this campaign possible, we're looking to raise $125,000 to spread the joy of play this holiday season. Every dollar counts. Many battery-operated toys can be adapted with just $5 worth of parts, while $50 can cover the whole cost of a toy and a switch. This year, we also have the fundraising sign-up option. Build a fundraiser sign-up and share with your friends, families, or coworkers. If you've been involved in the past in adapting a device or received a device, it's an opportunity to share your story and pay it forward to help Hacking for the Holidays adapt more devices and support more families and therapists helping kids with disabilities. Another great way to get involved is our corporate events. This is an opportunity for staff to come together, sponsor an event, and complete an amazing team building activity. Some feedback we have received include, it's great to challenge myself at work by learning a new skill while also helping people. And another group shared, it was wonderful and to engage employees across Toronto and Vancouver with Neil Squire's impactful work to help adapt toys for children with disabilities. Over the years, we have gotten some amazing feedback from families around this program. Things like, thanks for giving my little 3-year-old the access to play like any 3-year-old wants to. And another family shared how when their daughter lost the ability of their hands, one of the worries was that they wouldn't be able to play anymore. But adapted toys open up a whole other door. They get to play again with toys, thanks to everybody that helps. If you have any questions about how to get involved with the program, please reach out to myself or Courtney. We are so thankful for all of our volunteers, our community, and our supporters, and we couldn't do any of this without you. Courtney, do you want to tell us a little bit about how we can request a device?
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, Chanel. So starting today, you can head to our website and request devices. Every year in Canada, we do events and fundraising activities like Chanel just mentioned, which help us provide these toys across the country. If you're outside of Canada, you can still request Switch adapted toys through our device library, and we will do our best to connect you with volunteers and our community chapters. Many of our community chapters run toy adapting events and have wish lists for anybody wanting to support fundraising activities, and there may be opportunities for you to volunteer as well. Please reach out or check out our comment section, and we would be happy to connect you with opportunities for you to get involved in your area. The months leading up to our Hacking for the Holidays, Chanel and I spend our time looking for toys to adapt for the upcoming season. We ask for feedback from clinicians and families on what types of toys will be popular and what kids are into. Whether it's Peppa Pig or Pokemon, race cars or music toys, we want to know what kind of toys will have kids most excited. Once we find the toys we think will be a hit, we then make sure they are able to be adapted and the best way to do it. Sometimes we use battery interrupters, but often we'll use mono jacks or cables to adapt the toys. And we almost always make instructions so that others can use this as a resource to adapt toys themselves. One of the trickiest things about our Hacking for the Holidays campaign is finding affordable toys and lots of them. We might find a toy one month only to have it disappear from shelves the next month. So not every toy we adapt or know how to adapt makes it to our website. We are currently compiling toys and making instructions for the year. And if you are interested in having a look at our instructions for this upcoming year, as well as past years, please reach out or comment, and we'll be happy to send you a link where you can access a wide variety of instructions and toy lists. We try our best to tell you where you can purchase the toys, but availability always depends on location. All right, Chanel, let's do the fun part now. What toys are you really excited about this year?
So over the years, we have definitely seen remote control cars become very popular because the remote controller and the car are separate from another, allowing a larger area of space to play. This year, we came across a RC car that looks like, if you can kind of see, a dinosaur egg, and the little dinosaur is in the driver's seat. For this toy, it's available on Amazon, and it actually comes in a 2-pack. So you get 2 toys with 2 separate controllers in one box. To adapt this toy, we ended up putting some mono jacks inside the casing of the controller. It's a little bit harder to adapt because you also have to add some capacitors, but the joy of this toy is very exciting this holiday season. Courtney, what do you have to show?
Great, thanks, Chanel. So I'm showing a bubble machine. So we often do a lot of bubble blowers for the Christmas season and the holiday season because they're really popular because they're a fun interactive toy, and we can get a huge variety of toys from this. So this one happens to be a little corgi dog, pretty cute, and this one is available from Amazon. We actually have 2 different ways that we've adapted this toy. This one currently that I'm holding is via a mono cable, and I actually have used butt connectors inside. Instead of usual way of soldering or how we typically do most of our toys, which is using soldering. Instead, we used those butt connectors and a crimping tool to kind of squeeze wires together into a little metal tube to make those connections happen. And because we're replacing where the original button is, we utilized that hole where the original button is to actually feed our cable through it. So we didn't actually have to use any power tools to adapt this little corgi toy, which is really nice just because not everybody always wants us using tools in their workspaces. So this was a nice option for us to be able to do a toy a different way. Chanel, what do you have next?
Another piece of feedback that we get and that is helpful for us with picking toys is things that they would like to see more of. And oftentimes we hear about the idea of having some toys that can play music or go through some different songs. We found this little guitar, I'll pull it out of its casing, available on Amazon as well, where you can move through 3 different modes of songs. So this one is, again, a little bit more challenging to adapt. As you can see, there are 4 different jacks that you would be soldering to. The other cool thing that we came with this design is to help keep the guitar upright. The team designed a 3D printed casing that you can set it in to help with that display. Some of the modes you'd move through are some songs, some musical instruments, and then some nursery rhymes for a few little variation setups. And Courtney, what else do you have?
Yeah, the next toy I'm going to show is actually one that we did some of last year, but I had clinicians asking for more this year, so I'm really happy to do that. And so they are these lamps, so make sure my lighting is right, that are jellyfish. So the jellyfish is one option. Volcano is the next option. And then we also have this really cool, and this is probably my favorite, this is an aquarium option. So it just looks like little fish swimming around in an aquarium. This toy, I found at a few different retailers. So we have links for Amazon in both the US and Canada to purchase the jellyfish and the volcano from Amazon. And then I found it at a few retailers here in Canada as well that has made it a little bit of a better price point, believe it or not. And I've only been able to find the aquarium one in store. So it's kind of an extra special for that one. The other thing I love about these toys is it's great for a wide range of ages. So smaller kids can love it, older kids can love them. It's also really great a sensory toy, and it's really great for anybody with visual impairment. And they're also pretty easy to adapt. That's the other thing. They're one of my favorite toys to do with groups of people because they're pretty user-friendly, and adapting is nice and easy. Like everything is right as you open it up, and the wires are all there, and it's a pretty great toy to adapt and super popular so far. So we hope to have that same success happen. Chanel, anything else you want to mention?
Yeah, as Courtney was talking about earlier, battery interrupters are a device that we use often to help with making toys accessible. The cool thing about these toys is that oftentimes families could maybe use something they already have at home. And this doesn't require like the drilling the holes or the different things like Courtney and I had showed in some of our toys earlier. So these are something that we're going to be building many of with students across the next 3 months to have a bunch in stock. The other thing that we have with this are some instructions on how to get them set up. So we're more than happy to work with families to get them this first, maybe more inexpensive way of a Switch adapted toy as well. All right, Courtney, what else?
Awesome. Yeah, and just to make sure everybody knows, we're just showing you a little sneak peek of what toys we have. We actually have so many more. As you could probably see the shelves behind me. You can see Pikachu, an art toy. We have lots more toys and the big toy list that we're working on and lots of instructions. And if you yourself are into adapting toys and instructions or have just any feedback in general of what kind of things you were looking for or different toys that you think might be of interest, please reach out. We're always happy to chat with people and learn from you as well, which is really great. Okay, that's actually it for our first episode. We hope everybody's excited for Hacking for the Holidays. We also hope you're excited about MMC Live. If you have ideas or topics you want covered, or if there's something you want featured, please reach out or comment below, as we're always happy to collaborate and hear from our community and audience about what they might be interested in. Our next episode of MMC Live will be October 30th, and Tyler and Josie will be leading us hearing all about accessible gaming. And then in November, we're going to hear from our research and development department. All right, everyone, thanks so much. Remember, Hacking for the Holidays is going on, so we'd love to hear from you and share our toys and all of our great stuff that we have going on. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day.